Hi guys, it's Pam. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I took a couple days off, and fortunately I had a couple episodes recorded last time. Everything seems to be going back as it should be again. Hopefully I've got my mic. I'm still using this crappy $30 USB mic that I bought way back in the day. I should probably upgrade it at some point, but for now it works. Anyway, we're here back in Haven. I decided to drop a couple things so I could finish looting what was in the Apostate's Cave in Witchwood. And then I wanted to come back here so that we could do the Watchtower War Table mission. But first, since we're here, this is usually where I go to sell all my armor that I don't need and equip everybody, and I just went through and did that. So a couple of people have different things, but it's no big variation. But first we're going to talk to Blackwall.
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
If I hadn't been saved by Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
human.
Yes.
Being up front is better than knife fear.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
I agree. Did it look like he had eyeliner in that one, though? Whoa, before you walk away. Now, see, everything was loading so smoothly before I started recording. It really makes me start wondering.
I've heard rumors of abandoned Morden camps all over these parts.
Yeah, have you? Come on.
If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
It's funny, I didn't think there were any wardens in Ferelden, aside from Alistair and the champion of the hero of Ferelden.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
So you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
I do like Blackwall. I know, I like everybody. What's interesting about him, though, is he's also, if you play a female Inquisitor, pretty much head over heels for you from the first moment. I know I was going to go do War Table missions, but I do need to talk to Cassandra a little bit more. If this will trigger.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
Come on.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
This is another of those nice little things where
My
you
clan
kind
never
of...
stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh, I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
Some members might be alive. Right now, they're still all alive. You can kind of choose your character from how he develops or how she develops from the choices you're given here.
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentegast, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
Right.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentegasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentegasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that.
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentegasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay, we'll talk to her more later, but I really do want to get this mission started because time is ticking. I also, the main reason I talked to Blackwall was to get the mission that he had about the Grey Wardens. Here we go again. Because when we go to the Storm Coast, that'll be part of what we're looking for. There's 2 in the Storm Coast. There's a couple in Hinterlands. I wanted to say High Mountain. I really have been playing too much WoW. And other places as well, I think. There's like 5 or 6 altogether, perhaps. Look at the torches just standing on nothing. That's a great shot right there. Well, at least you can see the snow. Come on. Wow. This is Glitch City. Oh my gosh. Now, I had a problem similar to this once. Oop, I didn't want to do that. When I was fighting in this villa in Emerald Graves, I think. And I was on my rogue and she did some fast move and suddenly she was like in that sort of alley-looking thing under the house, sort of like the crawl space. And she was stuck under there, completely, totally stuck. It kind of sucked. But it looks like everything is working now.
Research wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in number.
Okay, dropping this off. Now I have a bunch of stuff to deposit. I'll get influence for that and like damage bonuses and things like that. So I was thinking about, since I keep talking about World of Warcraft, I might do some videos on here. Just as my mage is getting closer to 98, she's going to go over and start all that. And also I've been doing some legacy dungeons and raids to get the achievements. I think I'm going to go with optimal cutting this time. That way I'll keep the talk of WoW to WoW. I ran through 25 player Nox from Us and finished it off in an afternoon by myself, which used to take forever. And I had to keep going back and selling stuff because I had too much crap in my bags. Okay, the Cult of Andraste. I'm also going to stop reading these through because it does take a lot of time, but basically they found a few artifacts of interest, and there's a Life Ward amulet, and we get a new quest out of that. First, however, I'm going to go request the Bog Unicorn, which will be,
Let's see what we have.
that those at least are immediate. That the Bog Unicorn, and then there's a Charger, and
Let's see what we have.
those both take no time at all. I mean, I have them already, so I'll put Cullen
work.
on the... I thought it took less time than that. 45 minutes? Whatever. And, Duke Cyril, no worries. There's the Inquisition Charger. I want to say Barded Charger. And then this one again, 0 time. Of course, there is always a way to cheat, and you can basically change the time on your PC's clock to speed through these missions if you want to, but you know, I just go running around. The other thing too is these continue in real time when you're not like on playing the game at all. So you can set it up, you know, quit the game, go do something else, come back, and they're done. So, like I like to do, if it's a particularly long mission, I like to set it up and then go to bed or something, you know. That way, and I don't have to leave the game running. Okay, so we're going to utilize the Grey Warden treaties, and that has to be Josephine.
Let us begin.
These are the treaties that Blackwall provided us, and I guess I can't do anything else because Liliana's busy with the Cult of Andraste thing, and Cullen's doing the Watchtowers. So, while that all is going on, see, we're already up to like 32 power, 22 power, something like that. I could, again, I have choices. I could either go back to Haven again, or go back to the Hinterlands again and go to Redcliffe. Or I could go to the Storm Coast. And I think I'm going to go to the Storm Coast because we've seen quite a bit of Haven already. Haven, God, I keep saying that. We've seen quite a bit of the Hinterlands already. We can try out something new. We'll get to see Scout Harding again, which is always nice, and then we'll get to recruit Bull and do that stuff. So, yeah, let's do that. The Storm Coast is pretty in a kind of a desolate way, and it is raining pretty much all the time, which is not exactly a bonus, but I love Varric. We're going to stay with Varric. Let's go back to Cassandra, and yeah, let's just go with our basic 3. Gosh, I'm yawning a lot today. I can't help it. Oh, the lyrics for I Am the One. I feel sun through the ashes in the sky. Where's the one who'll guide us into the night? What's begun is the war that will force this divide. What's to come is fire in the end of time. I am the one who can recount what we've lost. I am the one who will live on. I'm not sure if I hit the right note there. Sorry to torture you guys. But I have a feeling it's going to be another long load. She of the Highwaymen repents, and the constellation Paraquilius. Per Aquilus, maybe? I don't know. String a bunch of letters together. I get kind of because perambulator is a wanderer. The aqua, referring to the water.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Well, that took about 10 years out of my life. Oh my god. I swear it had to be about 10 minutes. Alright. Now that we're finally here, we're going to come over here. And I'm not going to fall. Oop, yeah, hear that dragon? It's up there. Yeah, that's the, I want to say Windsummer, but I'm probably wrong. I also just saw somebody walking and disappearing up there. I just want to get that serpent stone because I'm going to need it in a little bit. As always, there's plenty of elf fruit to gather. The Storm Coast is right on the Waking Sea, which, if you played Dragon Age 2, you might remember that Kirkwall is actually on the northern side of the sea. We're on the southern side. So you'll get some commentary from Varric and Cassandra about, you know, traveling across it. Come on. There's also an ocularum because these are everywhere and annoying. There's astrariums in this area as well. But gosh, just look at the, see there's more of those basalt formations. Statue of a dwarf up there. This used to be a port for the Dwarven Kingdom to come out and sell their goods, send their goods. That is actually across a narrow rock formation. The beach down there, oh look, there's some fighting going on. And the other one is on that house here, which we'll get to in due course. But first we're just going to run over here so that we can get an elf fruit and come down that side. So you see a lot of dwarf statues and things like that all over this area. These rocks are the worst. The most annoying thing about this area is all the goddamn rocks. Okay, yeah, but I have to get this iron, which I don't really have to, but you know. Okay, we are going to go fight out some preventers. Damn it. It's some guys. I guess I should probably do some guards. Oh, yes, come after me. Who's that big guy with the horns? Hey! Nice. Who am I hitting? Okay, sometimes you get lost in the scrum. There's so many people. I saw a great little comic today that I think one of the BioWare guys posted on Twitter. Basically, you know, people wanted to run as the Aeroshock in Dragon Age 2, so they gave him the Iron Bull. And then everybody went and looked and said, who's that cute guy next to the Iron Bull? And Krem's like, huh?
Chargers! Stand down! Krem! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks.
Yeah, he's in not great shape, but...
So, you're with the Inquisition, huh?
Yeah?
Glad you can make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away.
He's so great. I do love Bull. Just pull up a rock, make yourself at
I
home.
assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and city watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Kunari spy, and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Canari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try Bloodman. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Alright, sticking with the party I brought. For now. But yeah, now I've got Iron Bull. And he's a fascinating character. I mean, just like everybody else, they do all this kind of in-depth work on putting them together. She's successor in Leeds. That's probably because I got him, so now I can... That's something out of a Ben Hasrath report. The Storm Coast is great for herbs of all kinds, and also apparently for making everybody run like crazy as far away from me as possible. Look at Solus. He's like, did you take a shower this morning? I don't want to be anywhere near you. Let me go ahead and level real quick, since I need to get him Whirlwind, and I think I'm going to take Block and Slash out because I'm not really... I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm using it very much or effectively. Does everybody else need to be leveled? No, everybody else is fine for now. There's a lot of stuff to pick up besides herbs. There's some codexes just laying out on the beach, and how they haven't already degraded from all the constant rain is beyond me, but, you know. There's some serpent stone here. You know, we're not even going to talk about how I can walk through that branch, or how I can just pry metal out of the rock with my bare hands. I have this headcanon that in addition to the wagon that they take along with them, they also like to kind of not line up,
Those must
but
be the bandits Harding mentioned.
mark the places where they see the medals, so that somebody else can come in and mine them later on. Yeah, the Blades of Hissarion are another group that's named very specifically for something relating to Andraste and her history. I think Hissarion was the one who gave her mercy when she was being burned alive, and then was martyred for it or something. I don't know. Okay, I still haven't done any potion upgrading, so that's something to keep in mind for the next time I go back to Haven. We have a shard here. Cassandra leveled? When did that happen? Okay, whatever. We're going to give her lunge and slash. And keep going along the coast here. There's a book. This is talking about the Qun. Now this is interesting. One of the words in the Qun that we know is translated as the Baz. Baz stands for outsider. Bull calls you boss throughout the whole game. That's basically just he doesn't necessarily do nicknames, but he just calls you boss because you're in charge. That's what I thought anyway. Then you get through Trespasser, and if you chose to sacrifice the Chargers, he says it, and it just takes on the actual meaning of the Qun word of Baz, and it broke my fucking heart when I got to that point. You know what? And what's funny is I haven't actually played that through with a character who sacrificed the Chargers, because I think the only one that I played that choice on was Kieran, who I was trying to assign Hogwarts houses to my different characters, and I realized she was Slytherin. Not necessarily evil, she just, would make the rough choice, and for her, she wanted Bull to stay. She wanted not Bull to stay, she wanted the alliance with the Kunari, so that's what she chose. But if you make that choice, he chooses to stay with the Kunari, because, that's what he knows. It's really kind of, like I said, heartbreaking, but I have not played it through. I just watched the video. They even put their Mibari in armor. Oh, Josephine's already got to go. Solus, what are you doing? My trains of thought keep getting cut off. I just watched a video with somebody else, recorded it because I wanted to find out what happened, and I was devastated. It's even worse if you played the romance with him, because he's like a robot.
This must be the missing soldiers.
Murdered. Shit. We should see that their families are notified.
Absolutely.
It looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, what I'm going to need, the Mercy's Crest. You need Deep Stalker Hide and Serpent Stone, and I got the Serpent
Men were
Stone.
murdered by a group called the Blades of Hissarion. Seems there's a way to challenge their leader.
Hissarion's blade is supposed to represent mercy, not random slaughter.
Yes, and there's a reason why these guys got slaughtered instead of being treated with mercy, which is that their current leader is an asshole. He an a-hole. And I'm gonna loot through here, pick up a shard. Solus is gonna drink a potion. Apparently, while being invisible. Wooden wolf figurine. Anyway. Stomp, 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 stomp. Yay, climbing ladders. Yay, everybody following you up the ladder. Don't you fucking dare. Oh my god, they actually stayed down here. Okay, so now what I have to do is find a cave, because the deep stalkers are in caves. And the deep stalkers look like little sort of raptor thingies. They're gross. But they were in Origins, but they just kind of look like these little lizard-like things. What's really gross about them is that they have no head.
The damp cuts right through your armor, doesn't it?
Yeah. Their face is just all teeth, and it's so ugh. Okay, there's isn't there an astrarium up here or something that I need? I feel like I'm just wandering around blindly here. There's a rift. That's where the soldiers of Asarian are. You don't have to do the Mercy's Crest thing, but it just makes life easier. You can then travel through the region without them attacking you, and you also get additional war table missions for them. I was right! Yay! I remembered. Look at this tree, too. Gnarly. Okay, so see, there's that statue we saw before. Hi. He's staring at us. Okay, now we're starting to get to a little bit more complicated. God, sorry. And the basic rule of thumb is you want to start on a star that has an odd number of lines coming with it. So this one here in the corner has 1, 2, 3, so I can start here. Because what it means is you can come back to it and have another place to go. So like that other corner that I just went to would also have been good, but if I'd started in the middle, once I came back to it, I would have had nowhere else to go. So from here, we go up here and down, and see, now I can move away from it again. So that's the basic philosophy. And you don't know how hard it is for me to not break into song right now. There's a song called My New Philosophy on the You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown soundtrack that Kirsten Chenoweth sings. It's the first way that I knew of her. And it's such a cute song. Okay, so that's the constellation Servani, the Chained Man, which is pretty much the representation of slavery. And Doro was the old god of slaves. I mean, when you have a god of slaves, and so one of the astrariums is over there, and one of them is down there. When you have a god of slaves, that means you're kind of overdoing the whole slavery thing, buddy. So I want to see if there's a way I can get down here without, like, killing myself. And actually, it does look like it's going to work. I am going to slide a little bit, but not too much. Oh, ho, ho. There's also a little chest right back here. And we're going to get a better look of what's going on over on the coast a little bit further down, because that is some crazy shit. What is happening? Why? It's something you do not want to get involved in. That fucking dragon that we saw earlier is fighting a giant. We're going to go watch. From a distance. From a very, very safe distance. Look at that. It's so cool, though. Sarah's like, if you have Sarah with you, she's like, whoa, can we watch? And I'm like, yes, that's all we're going to do is watch. I will eventually come back and kill it, but not right now because we are way too small for it. But it will kill the giant. It takes a while. These are two like really big, scary creatures. But what just happened? Yeah, like if you get too close, it'll fly off because it's too early for this encounter for you. Did it kill the giant? Because if you stand here, sometimes the fight will take like a super long time. But if you wait, you'll get the giant's loot. Yeah, hi. Alright, fine, I'll deal with you assholes first. we'd have to keep dealing with all of those jerks all the way around here. And instead, they'll give us loot, you know. Yeah, I think this is the loot from the giant. It kind of gives you a taste of the kind of stuff you'd get. Which in this case is not that great, but later on when we're in the Dales, it will... There are a lot of fucking giants you have to fight there. And they are big and they are really tough. There's one in the Western Approach that's sort of like your first taste of it for real. And they hit hard. If there's big flat stones around, you have to get out of the way because they will kill you. They will just flat out kill you. I fucking hate giants, man. They're shitty. Okay, I've been playing for about, I don't actually know how long I've been playing for because that loading screen did really take like 10 minutes, something like that. So I'm just going to make my way back. There's a cave over here, and I just want to, you know, pick up all the spindleweed that my greedy little hands can carry. I'm really looking for blood lotus because, you know, I'm addicted to blood lotus. You also get black lotus down further along the coast, which is handy. And again, the Storm Coast is another one that you will have to come back to later on because later on a War Table mission opens up for Red Templars, and so there's more to do. You won't even actually be able to finish all of the all of the areas and get all the shards until you do that. Now this is probably, yeah, see there's something in there and it doesn't look too big. So hopefully, yeah, there we go. Ooh, there's a couple. So between those, good. Okay, that's all I needed was one. I'm not going to go further back in there. Also later on, you get a quest to kill Darkspawn back in here. And so we'll have to come back and clear it out anyway. And right now it's spiders. And my general attitude about spiders is the further they are away from me, the better. God fucking damn it. He was listening to me. He just knew that I didn't want him anywhere near me, so that's why he came out to say hello. Screw you, asshole. All I wanted to do was light up that torch. So now that I got that Deepstalker hide, I can travel back to the camp, and I have to go back to the requisition table so that I can make that Mercy's Crest thing. So we'll travel. And I'm going to end this episode here. So next episode, we'll go back and deal with the Blades of the Ysarian. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye.